Hey, I'm in Shacklefords, Virginia. Actually, I'm literally in front of the Shacklefords post office because this isn't a real town. It's like a census designated area. And I'm over here in front of a field of, we have no idea what this is. We haven't been able to figure it out. I think it's some kind of beans or something. But anyway, this was Shacklefords land, and I believe it was Mattaponi Native Americans lived here before, because the Mattaponi River is right there, and the reservation is right nearby. And the weather has turned. It is quite brisk. It's say 50, which for me, after being in 99-degree weather for weeks on end, is pretty brisk. So we had a forebear named Hezekiah Beale, which Beale became Bailey eventually. And he lived in Virginia, and I have not been able to read the names of his enslaved persons. But there's a connection to the Shacklefords. So I'm going to read the names of these people who were mentioned in Hezekiah Beale's will. The name of the enslaved person is Milo, the wife of Letty. And Letty, Milo, whose wife was Letty, and Letty, whose husband was Milo. Edmund, who's a man. Caesar, a man. Peter, a man. Kizzy, a woman. Spencer, a man. Isaac, a man. Cumberland, a man. And then Mary, the mother of Cantry. And Cantry, or Canty, or Gantry, because it's spelled different ways, is a mulatto child. And the story of Mary and Gantry, or Cantry, I don't know that story, but I can imagine that story. And my guess is that there was some violence involved, and that's where Gantry came from. So we got that going on. So Hezekiah in his will had many children and passed on human property to some of his sons, but the one who is my direct ancestor is Samuel N. Bailey, and he lived at the time of his father's demise. He lived in Albemarle County, and he received three three enslaved people, and two of them were over the age of 16, so that would be three. And later, Samuel had possession of a woman age 14 to 25 and a boy under the age of 14. Well, Samuel's wife was Frances Shackleford. So she was the daughter of Hezekiah. So I'm not sure if all that makes sense. No, she was the daughter of the Shacklefords and the daughter-in-law of Hezekiah. So, sorry, it's confusing, but it's confusing. What can I say? So anyway, he named in his will, Hezekiah in his will, to his daughter-in-law 4 enslaved people, and I think it's the same Mary and Gantry, I believe, are the same here, because she received in 1850 a woman aged 35 and a young man aged 15 listed as a mulatto and a fugitive. So good on him. Don't know what happened next with him, but also 2 young boys ages 4 and 3. So Frances Shackleford Bailey, who is, as I calculate this correctly, my 5th great-grandmother And they all ended their days in Alabama, which is where we started this trek. But it's like you can roll backward and see where it started and where these people started and where they ended up. And it's all interconnected in this crazy web. So anyway, this video is getting long, but I just wanted to show you this field of silage behind us. There's a lot of land here. It's a Baptist church. The trees are starting to turn. So over here is Highway 33. Up that way, heading toward Richmond and the Mattaponi River, and there's the post office, and here's me. Okay, thanks for following along.